Greetings, Virgo, and welcome to your divinely guided rune reading here for the week. Jumping in, getting your rune for the energetic pass here right away is Othala. Othala is the rune of legacy, inheritance, income, foundations. What are you leaving behind for the world? What was left behind for you? What foundations are you building your life off of? What foundations are you leaving behind for others to build their lives off of? So blessings or challenges in this regard, maybe looking at your structure that you're building, your stability that you're building your life on. Take what resonates here and leave what doesn't here, Virgo. We're going to get a lot more clarity about this moving forward. In your energetic now is the rune of Ewaz. This is the horse rune. Ewaz here is the horse, like man's best friend, the energetic source that's proven itself to you time and time again throughout many instances of your life. So this is like a spiritual recharging energy. This could be a place, a person, a thing. This is an inner and outer pilgrimage. A lot of times this is going to a place, the rune of travel. This is a lot of times known as a rune of travel. But I like to see this also as that stability, that source of stability that reflects your intuition, you know, and like you can communicate or understand without even saying a word kind of energy, right? That you know each other that well. It could be a relationship with yourself, divine source, another energetic partner. It could be romantic, could be a family member, or it could be a business partner. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It could also be you going to a spiritually recharging place like Machu Picchu, Stonehenge. For me, it's a body of water with a tree next to it, and I will meditate with that tree. And that to me is my spiritual recharge. And for a lot of other people, it could be like an ice cream shop. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. This is that energetic source that's proven itself to you time and time again. So what do you think about? What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think about that? Is it healthy for your legacy? Now, you could be blessed or challenged with either of these aspects, so please keep an open mind as we move forward here, Virgo. In your near future is Theresas, something thorough. So this is Theresas, thorough work. This is like the thorn on a plant, or the giant hill or mountain, or giant literally, or I like to see this as also the hammer. Now the hammer, it can build, it can destroy, or it can protect. The choice is always up to you. But that dedication of the hammer's swing, like Mjolnir, like Thor's hammer, right? Once the swing starts, it is fully committed. It swings fully through. So this is you, like dotting the I's, crossing the T's, gathering all the tedious information, getting all the facts, your mental mise en place, your mess in place, your ducks in a row. You're preparing and gathering up a lot of the knowledge, the skills, the information, the energies that you need to either build, destroy, or protect here in your very near future. Whatever this is calling you to do is to commit to it thoroughly. You cannot lie to yourself. When you cut corners with this, you're kind of cheating yourself out of this, out of your legacy and inheritance, what you're leaving behind, kind of cheating future generations out of it, to be honest. Not to lay any guilt trip on you, but let that voice of Ewaz here help you with keep an open mind and a heart to know what needs to be addressed, where you need to gather that information, what next steps that there are for that. In your influence for the now, Virgo, is the god Tears Rune Tiwas. This is sense of justice, sticking up for others, sticking up for yourself. The vector of victory is dedication, like doing the due diligence, showing up every day, doing this discipline, showing up for your friends, showing up for this legacy work, showing up for your dedication of, thoroughly dedicated to this energetic source. Probably take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but this is also the warning here with Tiwaz, and your influence here is martyrdom. energy. Now, remember the god Tyr sacrificed his arm to stave off Ragnarok. When you're showing up so dedicated, you can unwittingly alienate yourself from others without even knowing it, just by being so dedicated, without any ill intentions whatsoever. Right? So just making sure that how you show up matters. How you show up with this energy matters. How you show up with all of this matters. Okay, Virgo, stay grounded, stay disciplined. Right? I'm seeing you need to stay, go earthing. I know for us in the Northern Hemisphere, earthing is kind of hard. That's why I build and sell earthing boxes that have cords that go all the way out, insulated cords that go all the way outside and stick literally into the ground. Not those ones that plug into your outlets either, because a lot of electrical systems aren't grounded like they should be. They're not. If this reading resonates, consider a private session to explore your path, your energy, and the guidance of the runes more deeply. Each comment, share, or subscription helps this work reach more seekers like you who are looking for clarity and growth. Thank you all for showing up, for engaging, and for honoring your journey. Together, we are strengthened in this circle of awakening. They're not all up to code, so you can't just get one of those systems. Anyway, I'm just going off on a tangent there. Let's recenter. With your advice for the now is and this is being flexible, being durable, being strong. This is irreversible, so you don't really have a choice in this, Virgo. This is something that you need to do, is be durable like the yew tree, Y-E-W. This is like the world tree, Yggdrasil in the Norse pantheon, right? Where you're the squirrel on the center of this axis on the world tree, balancing out the information between the condor at the top and the serpent at the bottom. So that to me speaks of receiving new insights and applying them, shedding what needs to be shed, or transmuting accordingly. So calling in for a lot of inner strength, toughness, durability, stability, flexibility, I should say. True, yes, you have this legacy work, but not everything is such a fixed posture. You're kind of opening up to being a little bit, I see you in my mind's eye, I see you kind of opening up to be a little less rigid, however that applies in your life, Virgo, but a lot less dogmatic or divisive in your practices. And to apply that thoroughly in your life is a beautiful way to do this. And when you're building up your strength here in doing that, this isn't the rune of strength, but this does help you gain more strength. It's like exercise. It's the swaying of the tree and the whole movement and the weathering of the storm as it passes. Like, that's really like going to help you be more thorough in the future, where it might have been hard to show up for yourself in your legacy work in the past, where you felt like maybe you're ridding yourself of codependent energies. Maybe you do need to admit that you do need this other energy in your life to help you with this opening up and being vulnerable. That is showing up in your vector of victory and being strong, Virgo. Asking for help is stronger than not. In your near future, in your outcome, Virgo, is the beautiful birch goddess's rune of Bracana, beautiful new beginnings, blessings, familial style type of nurturing, like the Empress card in tarot. A lot of, like, not necessarily divine feminine healing, but is very much divine feminine healing, yes. Let me slow down and ground myself here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. This is more that, in that sense of divine feminine, with the birch goddess's rune, is the intuitive know-how to begin and keep nurturing these aspects with this stability and durability. This is something that you've been wanting to begin. You might have had a little issue in your more distant past with this sort of legacy work, and this is kind of like you retrying that, or not, I wouldn't even say retrying, with you rededicating to that and really getting into your new sense of nurturing yourself and others, and this new beginning, and thoroughly moving into that. So this blessed new beginning here and this beautiful nurturing kind of energy, you're going to be able to be a lot more thorough because you've already had this experience. You already know through a lot of your needing to be durable, flexible, adjusting, and all of that. You already kind of know how to apply that. You just need to nurture that into being. I think this is, Virgo, a hard lesson that you learned in your life. I wouldn't necessarily say it was extremely hard, but for some of you it could have been. But I keep seeing the song Jagged Little Pill, or that album, like Alanis Morissette, right? So this is kind of like you had that jagged little pill in your past here, and this is you kind of, okay, you swallowed that pill, and now it's like onto the application of the medicine, of your learning, and you have this beautiful energy here, right here, to help you with this. So don't overlook the now, is what I'm hearing. Don't overlook the now, or anybody or other energies that are there for your support. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean another person. It also means your relationship with yourself. It means where are you going in your life. It also means your relationship with Divine Source. Okay, Virgo. Woo, that was a deep one. Okay, with this, we're going to get the Soul's Journey Oracle deck, Message of Clarity. These are beautiful cards with mandalas on them, so these are messages also from Source, straight to your spirit, straight to your soul. Divine, please show us clearly what message of clarity does Virgo need to hear for this week's Divinely Guided Room reading. Please show us one card of clarity, please. Oh, as soon as I said one card, you just wanted to give me a whole bunch. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, loneliness. Yeah, I saw that maybe codependent kind of energy kind of peek its head, but really okay. Let me just back this up. Loneliness says, I know that I am never alone, and you aren't. You have this right here in the now. Right? Be strong. You got this, Virgo. Let me read about this loneliness card, because what I was just about to go off on a tangent on here with you is exactly what this card has to say. All right, Virgo, this card has come to you because you must be reminded that there's a difference between being lonely and being alone. Notice, I'm going to read that again. There is a difference between being lonely and being alone. Feelings of loneliness, Virgo, originate from a sense of not appreciating the most important person in your life, and that's you. If solitude seems like an affliction, you need to work on creating a healthy relationship with yourself. Yeah, only then will you attract others who will nurture your soul. If you don't develop a healthy relationship with yourself first, you'll only draw unhealthy relationships to you, Virgo. To create a healthy, positive relationship with yourself, you must begin to feel worthy of love. The pessimism of the physical dimension can affect your self-esteem if you don't have the strong conviction that you're valuable and meaningful. Don't view solitude as weakness. It's merely your soul telling you that it's time to do some inner work and reevaluate your path before you start to shine. As you sit in the silence of your soul, you'll realize that spirit family, teachers, and other guides are with you. You're never alone, Virgo. Namaste. Have a blessed and abundant week.